Welcome back to Getting Her to Say I Do, my video dating vlog as I go through the journey of getting happy and healthy and loving myself and finding someone that I like enough to pursue in relationship, pursuing them and ultimately engaging and marrying them. Yeah, bro. We like 6 weeks out from our wedding. Gotta pay for a couple more little things and then we'll be squared away. We met with the DJ yesterday. And was talking about music and vibes and things. And yeah, it's crazy. Bro, it'll be like 50 days away. Like, it's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so that's amazing. She's wonderful. We're super happy, ready for it all. But man, I been hanging out with God, and God has been dealing with me on some stuff. And KB dropped a new album called HGA2 or His Glory Alone 2, and he also released a book called Dangerous Jesus, of which my fiance so kindly ordered it for me, and she has read it and spent more time with it than I have, so that's cool. We also got it for her dad for his birthday, which we just celebrated this past 4 days of celebrating him, so that was really cool too. I'm tired. But as we're going through there, he has this song that says, I think it's called Daddy, and it just wrecks you, bro. I was like, ah. But he put into words what a lot of us have wrestled with or are wrestling with but haven't been able to communicate. So there's that. I'm putting my headphones so y'all can hear me. Yeah, so that's been dope. Listening to the album, all the music is good. He did great work on that, and also the book. The book is phenomenal. Also, so really loving and enjoying it. What did I do with the headphones? Maybe I left them. Yeah, but the song just wrecks you. And so I started processing stuff and walking through some stuff, and it was really, really good. And then I realized that like part of my insecurity and feelings of abandonment caused me to try, and abuse caused me to try to control situations, which is where a lot of my manipulative behavior comes from or is embedded in. And so I'm processing these things, and God is revealing things and bringing up things and showing me things. And so I love control, because if I can control a situation, then I won't get hurt and no one will get hurt, which is a lie, because I've hurt plenty of people and hurt myself trying to be in control instead of letting God do it. But that's the idea, the lie that I've been walking and believing. And also, we are planning for programs for this year, and I'm terrified because I have not preached in probably a year and a half. I think I preached like 2 or 3 times in there, but none of them were like, whoa, bro, I'm back. So that's kind of nervous, making me nervous. But as I was fleshing this out with a friend, he asked me, bro, why are you nervous to preach? And I was like, bro, the fear of failing. And when I remember going into ministry, like, it was just like, bro, you say what God says. People like it or don't like it, that's on them. Do what God said. That's fine. But there was a moment in time where I had my heart tugged for a person who was homosexual. And I was like, man, bro, we preaching, this is a sin, that's a sin, blah, 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 blah. But it's not changing anybody's lives. We're just calling out sin and pointing out sin and isolating people. And so I was like, bro, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be something more. We got to be doing something better than just being pious and religious. And we need to walk with people and heal them. Somebody didn't like that. And they were like, are you condoning homosexuality? You think this is okay? And then we started talking about Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff. And I was just like, what the heck is happening? Bro, and when this happened, I didn't know, but it cut me deep because these were people that I respected, that I looked at as like, bro, these are people that I want to be like, that I want my family to be like. They really love God. They really understand culture and life and how to mix the two, but not be entrenched in the culture. And I was just like, yeah. But when these things were said, it was like, oh yeah, we're not ever going to talk about this. This stays in this room. And so, like, it hurt me. It cut me so deep. And that was kind of around the time I started to close off or shut down. And this was in 2020, like middle of 2020. Then mom passes, grandpa passes, dad passes. I stepped down from the church. All this time I'm internalizing these things and not speaking and communicating, because that's what God's given me. That's my gift, and that's often been attached on my voice or just my character in speaking or communicating. And I stopped talking. And so I have been wrestling with this for like 3 years, bro. Really doesn't matter how much good people say I do or how much good people say. What I'm stuck on is what was said by these individuals. And so I've been wrestling with that and working through that, and that's part of the reason why I'm afraid of communicating, because of the criticism. And I've always said, whatever, bro, I'm going to say what God says, you deal with it. Yes, but at the same time, bro, when you respect people and their word carries weight, and they say, nah, bro, you ain't it, you tripping. It's like, what? So I'm wrestling with that. I'm walking through that. I'm dealing with that. I'm processing that. And it's getting messy, because I feel like, bro, I'm being called back into it. But I'm nervous. I'm nervous to communicate. I'm nervous to operate with the gift that God has given me and the thing that He's called me to do. Like, I'm nervous. And so I'm wrestling with that and fleshing that out. Also, simultaneously, God has revealed to me that I love control so much that I go into situations, because we're in this preparation for what we're talking about this year, and the focus is B. Like, we have 3 B's: belong, believe, become, and each one of them start with B. And so I am trying to figure out, like, how do I communicate this? How do I articulate this? God, what are you saying? And so I walked through, like, God took me, we were on a trip or something, we went through the Beatitudes. And so you look at it, and it's Beatitudes. So in my mind, I broke it down, it's the attitudes of being. This is the attitude, this is the posture that you need to have in order for you to be who God has created and called you to be, in order for you to be successful and walk it out. This is the attitude that you have to have. So you have that. Also, I was doing a talk, and it was like, on time management. And so, like, the first thing that I talked about was focusing on being rather than doing, being God's son, being God's child, being with God rather than doing things. It's not about what you're doing, it's about being with God. So that was the focus. So being. And so as I'm trying to figure out how to communicate to these students, how to communicate to these small children, what it is to be, I began communicating with leadership and people that I work with. I was like, hey, I I'm struggling with this because I want to ask like adults, who are you? And then to tell us without saying what they do, but asking them how they like be themselves, because to be simply means to exist. So that was my question. I was like, and we both like said the same thing. It was, I think adults would struggle with that because we have a hard time communicating who we are without saying what we do. And so that was an issue. And so I began looking at myself again, because when I was younger, I was very vibrant, very charismatic, very loud, very life of the party, walking in, going out, in church, outside of church. There was, but once I had experienced some abuse at home, it shifted. And being in ministry and compartmentalizing the trauma and compartmentalizing ministry, church, relationships, family, friends, all those things, I found myself being what was needed in that time. So case in point, I am very outgoing, very enthusiastic, very energetic, very loud. Like that is, I'm very playful. I want people to come in, feel welcome, but I also want to be at the center of it. I enjoy it. I think that's amazing. But for probably 99.5% of the people that like I know, they consider me an introvert. So when I go into a setting, when I go into church or basketball or whatever, if everybody is being loud and vocal and vibrant and lively, I just slide in and I try to be quiet because I want to balance it. I want for there to be balance. It shouldn't all be loud and lively and chaotic and crazy. There should be some balance. And this is me trying to control it. In the same way, if I step into a place and it's dry, it's boring, it's dull, it's whatever, I'm gonna be loud, I'm gonna be lively, I'm gonna be energetic, I'm gonna get people engaged and talking and laughing and having a good time. This is just the way that I flow and function. And so I'm trying to figure out who I am, but I'm also wrestling with who am I actually, because in ministry, the whole time I've been in ministry, I have just filled what I thought was a need by trying to control the situation to make it be complete, instead of just being who I am, who God has called me to be, and entering a situation and letting it be what it is. Which in some cases, this has been beneficial for me. It's caused me to look more wise, more polished, more poised, more mature. And in other situations, this has been going on since before that. So I remember in like 4th grade, or also like in middle school, my brother got in trouble all the time. And they would always compare us. They were like, oh, you're so polite and so kind and so blah, 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 blah. Oh, I was a terror. Just not in class. My brother was a terror everywhere. So there was always a contrast. Oh, and I'm this and I'm that. And so but instead of just being who I am, or instead of just being who I am, I try to fit or balance out the scale, per se. And so when we were in like marriage counseling, they're like, oh, he's like this and he's like that. And it's like, oh, that's Jekyll and Clyde, or whatever his name is, Jekyll and Clyde, whatever his name is. I can see that. I was offended at first. I was like, nah, bro, I'm consistent. I'm the same guy. But I am, but I'm not. And so that is something that I've been wrestling with. I've been processing, trying to figure out, and trying to get to a place where I am consistently me all the time. So that's where I'm at. Pray for me. It's a journey. I'm excited about it, but it's also like, bro, we got some work to do. So that's it. I'm about to go to the gym. What's that, 30? I started doing sit-ups, bro. I was trying to knock out like 100 a day. I think I'm about to make some push-ups in there too. So I've been at the gym, bro, trash. I think I made like 3 3-pointers one day last week, but I think outside of that, well, I probably haven't scored a combined 10 points, and I've been going to the gym for like a month, and I'm trash. I'm also kind of being scary and not shooting or being that guy. I saw a guy that I hooping in the city. He was like, yeah, bro, pick me up. I know you got it. I was like, nah, bro. But I probably hooped 10 times since like last year. So it's going to take a little bit of work to get back where I want to be and need to be. But they're going to get there. They're going to put some respect on my name. I'm not finna keep sitting on the sideline watching. There was this girl. And like, you know, when you got next, you go through, or when you don't have next, you go through and try to figure out who got next. And you get last, but you're trying to see somebody pick you up. And so I was like, hey, can I play with you? This big old dude was like, nah, I gotta see, because I'm gonna pick up, you know, they're trying to pick up people off the other team. I don't care, bro. I'm gonna beat y'all either way. Anyways, he told me no. So this girl, she had next after him. And I was like, hey, can I play with you? And she was like, yeah, bro, come play. I was so grateful, bro, because don't nobody pick me up. And I'm so offended. I know I suck right now. And that's what I told her. I was like, bro, I appreciate that. I got you from here on out. I don't care what the team says. If you off and you want to play, I'm going to pick you up because I respect that. And I was like, I'm not always going to suck. So I tried to pick her up last time, but she left. But yeah, I guess I need to put some more work in and stop just showing up thinking I'm the guy. It's difficult taking a second and third seat when you've been that guy. So that's where I'm at. That's what we're doing. I'm finna go to the gym and work out and play some ball, and we'll see what happens. Pray for me and my fiance.